How's it going, YouTube? If you're part of the 84% of viewers who aren't subscribed, I release gaming content on a weekly basis, so if you want to find your way back for some more villager hunts or just gaming content overall, feel free to like, subscribe, and to turn on those notifications to stay up to date. About 6 months ago, when quarantine began, I was introduced to Animal Crossing and Call of Duty relatively at around the same time. And after 6 months of intensive gameplay for each game, I can wholeheartedly say Call of Duty is not the harder game. Some of you in the gaming community may disagree with me and have different opinions, but those opinions would be mistaken. For me personally, I found Animal Crossing to be the much more challenging game. In Call of Duty Warzone, gameplay is pretty linear. You're flown to this remote island with all your friends, or solo if you happen to enjoy jump scares, and it's shoot to kill. Guns locked and loaded, you gotta be the last team or man or woman standing out of the 100 players, kinda like Fortnite but a little bit grittier. Like most games, if you suck, you can just practice, watch videos, mess around the settings, and then one day, you may even find yourself in a position to win a game of Call of Duty. And coursing through your veins, you feel all this fulfillment and achievement, and then suddenly the realization that your IRL friends probably carried you. In Animal Crossing, there's no one to carry you. At first glance, it may seem like your standard life sim game, with a bit of furry sprinkled in at just the right animation and character design for the artwork to literally appeal to all audiences. But this is not your standard life sim game.
The most sophisticated gaming experience ever created by humans.
Animal Crossing has to be one of the grindiest and the most rewarding game I've ever played. If you've ever played Animal Crossing, it's a stark contrast from Call of Duty. The gameplay involves your avatar, aka Island Resident, forging along, crafting, befriending, and building the island up that you're stranded at to that coveted 5-star status to finally beat the game. Except, that's not how you beat the game.
NANI?!
Animal Crossing is essentially a game with no ending. In Call of Duty, matches can vary with new players, equipment, and teammates culminating in this varied game experience for each match. Most important, there exists an end goal. You're still working to beat the system and to be the last team to make it out alive. The game essentially offers you an olive branch in reaching a sense of finality. But with Animal Crossing, the sense of finality isn't always so obvious. Maybe it can be argued that you beat the game once you get all 5 stars. Or maybe you beat the game once you cultivate a gold rose, but
what about getting all your dreamies? Or is it collecting all the DIYs? Growing all the different flowers and crops the game collecting all the different clothing brands from cataloging all the items, collecting everything.
And here lies why I think Animal Crossing is the hardest game I've ever played. The only way to really feel as if you beat the game is if you achieved on a personal level all the goals that you've set out for yourself. Unfortunately, if you're someone who is a 100% completionist,
You're gonna have a bad time.
have you ever tried to farm a complete white rattan set from Nook's Cranny? Or look for a specific piece of clothing from the Able sisters?
Disappointed!
I'll be honest, I've tried and half the time, I can't find what I'm looking for, and I have to turn to Discord. Animal Crossing is a game that you're allowed to play at your own pace, and with the developers promising 2 years worth of updates to be rolled out periodically, I can see this game having the same, if not a longer shelf life than Call of Duty. I personally can see myself investing even more hours than I already have into this game, which is both a blessing and a curse. Whenever I personally play a game, I just don't want to beat it. I want to feel as if I've mastered and conquered that game. And since I've started playing both 6 months ago, I've managed to win a few games in Warzone, but in Animal Crossing, I'm still sitting at 4 stars. Honestly though, both games are highly addictive and really fun. I know how to get 5 stars, but I have an image for our island and I want to achieve it and I want to be happy with the end result. And to be frank, I don't mind the pace that we're going at, and it's a welcome way to play the game for me. But Animal Crossing by far for me is still one of the most difficult games that I've ever played, and that being said is also one of the best games that I've ever played. Which is why I wanted to make an announcement that we actually got a second Switch. It was recently Mia's birthday, so to celebrate, we packed up our little family and went camping. I also pulled the trigger on the Animal Crossing Switch because I was so sad when they sold out the first time that I was really close to paying the aftermarket prices for one. Luckily, I decided to wait, and by the grace of the universe, they restocked. So if any of you were curious as to why there wasn't an upload last week, it's cause our family went camping. Anyway, I'm back. and I'm trying to make it up for last week. I'm uploading a bit more videos this week around. Let me know what you thought of the format of this video in the comments below. Is this something that you would all want to see more in the channel? I know typically I release a lot of Animal Crossing related content, but there are other games that I play and I want to slowly find a way to integrate them into the channel. If you enjoy the content and want to help support the channel, feel free to like, subscribe, and to turn on those notifications. In addition to reaching 5K subs on YouTube, we also reached another milestone over on Twitch. That's right, Pham Gaming is now considered a Twitch affiliate account over on that platform. And recently, in our last live stream, we even got our first 2 subs. So shout out to you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. If you want to see what games I'm currently playing and what I'm doing behind the scenes, feel free to follow me over on Twitch, links to that and my socials in the description below. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll catch you all in the next one.